Alright, this is the view of the city of Richmond from Hollywood Cemetery up on the hill by the river. It's a real nice view, especially on a day like today. That's nice bright and blue skies, not a cloud in the sky. And anyway, I come up here all the time just to get a little peace and reflect. It's a real nice place. It's a lot of history here, Confederate history, Virginia history, Richmond history. We have a few presidents buried in here. I can't remember who they are. One of them's Tyler, but I can't remember the other ones. But I'm going to go through, drive to a few spots in here and just let you get a little taste of this little place and piece it all together some kind of way. But it's not going to be a high-tech video, so beware. But this is kind of gives you a little flavor of Richmond in a way, because we have a lot of history here and a lot of things like this cemetery that are, you know, are just all kinds of history and interesting little things. I don't know everything, but my brother used to do the security here at night, and there are some ghosts in here. I went with him one time. I'll have to tell you that story. But he used to do security here for several years when he had a company that did that, and so he knows all the history about this place more so than I do. But we'll give you a little walk around and let you see what it's like. This is, as you may recall in one of the photographs I took that I use on my website, this is where I took it. It's a little circle here. There's a lot of these in the cemetery where they have these kind of spooky looking mausoleums and stuff. Believe it or not, people would try to come in here at night and break in these things. And that's, my brother used to catch them from time to time. I don't know who would want to do that, but you know people. Anyway, it is kind of spooky around here at night. We got a lot of fall foliage going on around here too. So I hope you like this little video. I dread piecing this together for the final product, but hopefully it won't be too difficult. I'm running out of battery on the camera, so I may end up having to use a cell phone for the rest of it. Alright, this is a better view of the river from up on the hill, and you can see the train out there. That cold train comes through there once or twice a day, and it's long as shit. But this is the James, as you well know. There's rumored that there was a train filled with millions of dollars in gold bars that were being taken out of Richmond when Richmond fell in the Civil War. Well, one problem is nobody knows what ever happened to them, and rumor has it that they may very well be buried, maybe under the cemetery. Of course, no one will ever know, but that's where my brother suspects it's at. He's kind of into the Civil War thing. He knows all the history about it. But it's rumored that, by him at least, that it's buried under this cemetery, because no one's ever found it. It's like millions and millions of dollars in gold. Here's another view. I guess you're getting sick of seeing this by now, but I just like this symmetry of the train in the Richmond City skyline. I'm going to go by the mausoleum that's a little closer to the river. It's not really closer, but you can see the river better from there. And you can see the other side of the river where there's a park that I go to a lot. I may go there today, I'm not sure. They call it Mayo Island. And it's on the river, and you can get on the rocks and stuff. People like swimming down there and stuff. Anyway, there you go, another little snippet. Alright, this is the new mausoleum that they've put in here. I don't know how much it costs to be interred here, but it's not cheap. But this is where I would want to be if I had my choice, if something ever happened. It's beautiful. It's right overlooking the river here in Hollywood. And, you know, it's a real peaceful little place. Seems like they're getting a lot of people in here, too. And it overlooks the river. I'm walking straight through the center of the building. And you can, it goes to a little place where you can sit and see the river. And it's not real big, but it's kind of big. So, anyway, this is a good day for having a date in the cemetery. If I just knew more of the history here, it would be a good place to come. There's a lot of hills in here and stuff. It makes it kind of interesting. There's a lot of hills and a lot of big tombstones and mausoleums and monuments and stuff. But I'm on the, I guess it's the east side. This cemetery is pretty big in here. It's a mile or so, or more, I think. I forget. Alright, this is the Confederate memorial, and it's a Confederate section of the cemetery where several thousand Confederate soldiers are buried, some of them unknown. The monument you just saw is to the unknown Confederate soldiers that are buried here, and all of them actually. This was done hand-carved stone and built after the war. I can't remember exactly when, but yeah, it's unbelievable how they got all the stones to fit just right to make this thing. It's kind of a pyramid. But you'll see a lot of Confederate flags around here because you know, the sons of Confederate veterans put them out there for the people buried here. So anyway, that's this is kind of a, you don't see a lot of big monuments in this section, just headstones. But this is like on the western side of the cemetery. Sure. All right, now a little history here. This is the Confederate flag that nobody knows about. All they know about is the one you see over there. But this is, I think it's a national flag. So, you know, all the race hustlers try to hijack that flag, and it's a disgrace because that's not what that's about. Even though they try to make out like it is. But actually, I think this one, I don't know the all the different ones, but I think that's based on the national flag. And this is closer up to the pyramid. Alright, this is the Confederate memorial, and it's a Confederate section of the cemetery where several thousand Confederate soldiers are buried, some of them unknown. The monument you just saw is to the unknown Confederate soldiers that are buried here, and all of them actually. This was done hand-carved stone and built after the war. I can't remember exactly when, but yeah, it's unbelievable how they got all the stones to fit just right to make this thing. It's kind of a pyramid. But you'll see a lot of Confederate flags around here because, you know, the sons of Confederate veterans put them out there for the people buried here. So anyway, this is kind of you don't see a lot of big monuments in this section, just headstones. But this is like on the western side of the cemetery.